Okay, now I'm going to clean the lid to the Dutch oven, and this one I can lift up to show you what's in it from cooking. And this is the thick goo from, well, I call it goo. This is the stuff from the beans boiling, actually. So I'm going to get my gloves. If your hands are dry, or you might have little splits on your fingertips or anything like that, you definitely want to use gloves, because the salt getting into any sensitive skin. So, hot water, just a tiny bit, just enough to kind of give the salt a bit of something to work with. Then you just pour in some sea salt. This is just coarse sea salt. You get your cast iron cleaning sponge. It's an e-cloth. And then you just work the salt in. You have to use salt to clean, water and salt, because detergent will get into the pores and not be good with your food. It's the same as, you can't use olive oil with cast iron, because it gets into the pores, and olive oil will ferment and go rancid in the pores of your pot and ruin it. So you don't want to do that. Because this is thick build-up, it needs a bit of a good clean. The oven heating up for the seasoning, which is going to be done as soon as I'm done cleaning it. It does take a fair bit of elbow grease. Now, rinse it out with the hot water. And now, it's clean. You can see, it's clean. So now, I need to dry it and get it seasoned. So I'm going to dry it with a towel and then be right back. Okay, I don't know why, but my video just cut out. I don't know where it actually stopped. I'll have to figure that out later. But I have thoroughly dried the lid. Now it's all clean and it's all dry. You do have to rinse the salt off thoroughly so that it doesn't corrode. And I was explaining that I'm using this brand of lard. The reason that I'm using this instead of our own vegetable lard is because for some reason the way this is processed is different. I keep having to look like this because this is my bifocals. Never mind. It's just processed differently somehow, and it just works better with soaking into cast iron than our own vegetable lard. We don't know why, it just does. So you take a good lump of the lard And then you just rub it in. Ideally, it should still be a little bit warm from being worked with the hot water, but you just work the lard in. And you don't want it on the outside, just on the inside. Okay, once you have it well coated, then you want to let it sit in a warm oven, about 50 to 75 degrees, for about half an hour, just long enough to really let it get heated up. And that will help the lard to soak in to the cast iron, which will season the pot so that it's easier to cook in for the next time. So I'm going to go pop it in the oven and I'll show you when I take it out. Okay, so here is the, is it still too warm? Yeah, I won't touch it too much. Here is the finished lid. Nice and shiny and clean. All of that stuff gone. And it's ready for the next soup. So it is a bit of elbow grease, yeah, but it's not too bad. And they're well worth it. So I hope that was useful. Bye.